We just got an urgent message from our local mayor here, Mayor Dan. We have to head down to the police department. This has something to do with Otter Creek. We're here at the local police department. You can see the cars are right behind me. 1, 2, I see 3 right now. And this is where we're supposed to come and meet our local mayor. And so we're gonna head straight in. What are you thinking, George?
I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
I don't know what to expect either. Come on in. I would keep the camera rolling.
Okay.
Keep the camera rolling. All right, we're in the police department. Looks like a doorbell right there. Does that sound like our doorbell?
What?
Mayor Dan!
Hey, Dan!
How are you?
Well,
Hello.
I guess you're gonna tell me how I am. Do we where do we hang out?
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll go hang out in our admin office. How's that?
All right, the admin office. It kind of feels like being called to the principal's office, but it's the admin office. I've never been called to the mayor's office before.
Well, there's a
the
first
mayor's-
for
the mayor
everything.
shares his office with, in this village here, we share the office with all the working people.
So the people are doing day to day, the whole day. Holy cow, you got tons of keys too. This is a little bit different than Otter Creek Town Hall.
Very different.
Like, we don't have cops in Otter Creek. Unfortunately, we need them. We absolutely need them. But okay, we're getting a full tour here too.
Oh my!
All right.
It's got all the air turned off.
Oh yeah, the
Saving
air.
on energy.
Are you have the air off to interrogate me and make me sweat?
Yeah.
Is that here, George? I'll get you a seat.
Yeah.
Is that okay if I pull this up?
Oh,
here?
absolutely. All right, absolutely.
Okay. All right. You said it's urgent. What do I need to know?
I got this email. Well, my admins today got this email. First,
Okay.
they got 3 phone calls threatening that they were taking a video clip of yourself to the news if we didn't answer. So
Okay. Perfect.
my admins thought that it was a little strange. But as soon as they got the opportunity, since I don't work full time,
Yeah.
they couldn't wait to tell me that a crazy lady.
Okay. I already. It's LIEnette, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
LIEnette. All right. All right.
And called our office multiple times, 3,
Okay.
That's harassment.
even after they gave her a email
Okay.
to send her whatever the note that they sent, basically about yourself.
Okay.
And finally they got through, and then I guess she went away after they said, she kept saying it doesn't work, and they're like, you need to basically put in the right email is what they were trying to say.
Oh, she wasn't even putting in the right email.
Evidently
Okay.
not.
Well, that's no shocker there.
Evidently
That's no
not.
shocker
So
there.
the bottom line is they couldn't wait to show me this letter and ask me if I knew who Jeremy was.
Well, Mayor Dan, do you know who Jeremy is?
Yeah, I happen to know who Jeremy is.
Oh my goodness! I even told you I never want to be involved in the town hall here or anything. And
Now you're getting a tour.
now I'm getting a tour, so here I am. So you got a video, you got an email. What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty crazy. I just laughed. I mean, I laughed. I go, why would you even call another state?
It's another state, another town,
Yeah.
another mayor.
Yeah, and what do I,
Yeah.
and whether I'm friends with you or not, what would that have to matter? It's like she's trying to basically say, well, you don't know who you're friends with. I go, I think I got a better idea than someone that's calling all this way to track me down
Yeah.
to tell me that. So
All right, so video, I'm guessing the video is where John Crook is trespassing on my property. And so what that particular day when George and I were back in Florida, my friends, Brett would be one of them. That's the current mayor's husband, who is my friend, which out of curiosity, I know you called me in to talk to me about this, but do you have any friends? Is that allowed when you're mayor?
yeah, even to the extent of one time that I was accused in a meeting once that I basically had inappropriate connections to someone because they were friends on Facebook with me.
Okay. Is your spouse allowed to have friends? Is your wife allowed to have friends?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we're allowed to have friends.
Well, according to LIEnette and John Crook, the mayor in Otter Creek and her husband are not allowed to have friends. But good neighbors help each other, right?
Right.
Okay, so, and I think that's one of the things we love about this area. In Otter Creek, Brett was specifically helping me that day. I bought a unit with a huge heavy safe. So my friend Brett helped me, my friend Travis helped me, and my former employer and friend Brian helped me. And we unloaded that, and then we took the trailer back to the ranch, and they were a huge help. So that's allowed. That would be allowed here as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So then John Crook sees us driving by because, here's the thing you have to understand. LIEnette and John Crook actually stalked us to Otter Creek, bought property across the street from us, 1.66 acres across from our 70 acres, on purpose, hoping to get money from us. And they've yet to get any, which is a
And
major
promotion
issue.
for
Yeah,
their
they wanted
turtle
promotion. They wanted
rescue.
to establish a turtle rescue, which is not a rescue. The turtles actually need rescue.
In hopes to get donations.
Tortoises need rescued. So John Crook jumps in a vehicle, no shoes, mind you. By the way, if you watch the whole video, he has no shoes. He comes onto my property. He's actually trespassing on my property on purpose, just for the intention of filming my friend helping me.
Yeah, well, that was the intent I heard, because basically he's yelling about who's in the truck. You know, he's an employee, like it meant something. So even if he was,
Who cares?
it doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
It means
I was
nothing.
employed by area businesses here while being the mayor.
Well, perfectly legal, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I get out because I manually have to close my gate, although the automatic openers and closers, just like I have up here at the house, I have those going in on the properties down in Florida as well. So I get out and he's yelling, and so then I get out, I get in the truck and I get back out, and then I go, all right, let's go. This man has invited me to go toe-to-toe with him as he pulled out a firearm on me. How long ago was that, George?
A couple months ago.
So
It
he
was
said,
very
I'll go
recent.
toe-to-toe with you anytime. This man has said horrific things about George's family, ethnicity, her race, religion, and this man is obsessed with my backside and George's backside, to the point of it's very clear of his orientation. And so his own ex-wife, LIEnette, says he hates women.
He has no respect for women.
No respect for women, but he loves my backside. So I give him the opportunity.
That's not funny, but
I give him the opportunity to go toe-to-toe with me. But then they say that he was on his way to the market, which is the opposite way of where he was actually pulled in. He will not come out and go toe-to-toe with me. He's since posted things online that he has pictures of his private parts in George's mouth. He gets out, he says vulgar language in front of the 3-year-old. The 3-year-old repeats the vulgar language.
Great.
So out of curiosity, you're mayor, and I know there's a professionalism there. How would you have handled it if you were me?
about the same. I have, my temper is aged, got better.
Oh, better. Because
Better.
mine's getting worse.
Well, mine's gotten better somehow, but the earlier me would have been. I don't think I would have.
You wouldn't have stopped there.
No,
would
no.
it?
I probably would have been visiting the PD.
Well, George keeps telling me the legal way, the legal way, the legal way. We're probably going to get there, but
Just
it's
remember,
the legal way.
It's not worth.
That's what she keeps
It's
telling
not
me.
worth. You don't need to spend time to get him to spend time.
He's going to spend time one way or another.
So.
We'll get there. We will get there. I promise we'll get there. So your administrative staff is seeing all this, and their response is,
Well, they couldn't wait to show me. They're going, really?
They found it odd. Didn't
Well,
they?
yeah. Oh, well, when they read it, it's like, I basically said, to understand the backstory, you'd have to check out what.
yeah. Oh my goodness.
What the hell? So they're going, what? I go, believe me, there's a backstory to this. I said, and this is just the tip of the iceberg
Yeah.
of what these folks have gone through.
Very much so, tip of the iceberg. So Otter Creek, you've kind of been following the Otter Creek story, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, as a mayor of are we a town? We're a village, right?
Here we're a village.
Okay, so here we're a village. My property actually is half on the village and then half
In the township.
in a township. So my property actually splits village, township, but part of it is in the village here.
Right.
And out of curiosity, 600 residents, $1.1 million budget, right?
Yep.
You're looking at everything going on in Otter Creek. What is your thought? I mean, what should be done in Otter Creek as a professional mayor?
Well, in our case, we look here because we are in the middle of a national park. Okay, so we have limited ways, but we try to encourage visitors, and we do things that people don't particularly care for, but we have paid parking. We have photo enforced, handheld photo enforced. Let me make that clear, because it's not on a pole. If you see an officer, you could get a ticket.
We've been looking. George and I have been trying to find them all over.
There's none on poles.
We're like, he did such a good job.
No,
actually,
you weren't the only one. I talked to someone today. They go, every day I'm looking. That's because it moves. To get a ticket in our village, you have to see a police officer because he's shooting laser radar and taking a photo of you.
Gotcha.
It's
handheld.
It's handheld. So it could be,
couldn't find them.
Could be on this street one day and that street the next, and on that day the next. But there's always a police car sort of visible.
We need
Gotta
police.
be visible.
We need police in Otter Creek. So you've actually increased income.
Yes.
All right, a place like Otter Creek where the people don't want people coming in. What do you do? What do you do when you don't have enough income to pay your expenses?
Well, there's times here that they worried about becoming back as part of the township. We are where we're at. We're surrounded completely by a township. So if we couldn't afford basically to take care of ourselves as a village, we'd be dissolved back into the township, which then gets help from the county for roads and stuff, which the village does not.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, so basically that would be unincorporating.
Correct.
As you're watching everything with Otter Creek, what do you think? Stay incorporated or unincorporated?
Well, looking at the financial situation, staying incorporated is almost going to be impossible. I mean, if in 2 years you don't have fire protection, where are you going to get the money from?
Where do you get the money?
Based on what I'm seeing.
Yep.
I don't know what you have for like your everyday upkeep in the roads, but just one employee.
Nothing.
Employee is, it's tough. It's tough, and I know how tough it is because we're like the lowest paid municipality in this whole area, and keeping good employees is like tough.
Very.
We have to find the people that are just dedicated to the village.
They care about this area and the people here. They don't care about their salary.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if we cared about our salary, we wouldn't be the mayor and the council member.
You wouldn't even do it if it was about the money, because there's never be enough. Yeah,
No.
You care about the people in the area. So you think Otter Creek should unincorporate?
That would be with what I know, not knowing any more than what I've seen, but I don't see how you could survive how it is.
I don't see either.
The sooner probably the better, because then you're going to get all those things that you don't have. Better possibly. I'm guessing sheriff. You have sheriff on call protection.
We have 911. They have to respond to 911.
Well, that's what would happen here if we didn't have village.
Yeah, which we have.
Summit County would have to.
We have 4 or 5 police officers.
We have 5 full-time.
5 full-time officers.
22 part-time.
We have 22 part-time?
Yeah, but some of them only work a shift a week to fill the off shifts, because we don't have enough full-time to fill around the clock 7 days a week.
You think we could borrow a couple of those part-timers down in Otter Creek and take care of John Crook? I mean, that would really help.
If
help.
nothing else, he'd have to look over his shoulder, right?
I think he's already to that point. But so you would say unincorporate. If we did unincorporate, with the county taking us back over, what do you think happened? Do taxes go up or do they go down based on your experience?
I have never experienced, but I guess the way you have to check to see what everyone else, the area is. You're spreading out some of those costs all over the county,
Yes.
so that would be different than me have to raise the taxes here to say keep our police department running, or
So if you raise the taxes here, 600 people have to bear that burden.
Correct.
If the county is taking the raise of the taxes, how many people are in our county? We'll pick a number, 25,000, probably more.
Probably more.
Yeah, okay, 50,000. 50,000, that spreads out over 50,000 people. With a town of 100 people.
And that's how actually our sewer system's going to be here.
Because the sewer is coming.
Because the sewer will actually not be owned by the village.
Yeah.
The sewer will be owned by the Summit County Waste.
Yes.
So now if there's any increase, everyone that's on the system,
they all pay.
In other words, if someone has a catastrophe, we all have to pitch in on the catastrophe, not just that village or city or whatever.
There's many people paying a big bill
Correct.
versus just a few people
Correct.
paying the big bill.
Correct.
So my gut instinct with Otter Creek is taxes will actually go down for the people, but I don't know that 100% for sure. But you ready for a plot twist? Russell Meeks Sr. actually petitioned the town of Otter Creek for unincorporation just about 10 years ago. We know you want to see a copy of the email from LIEnette to Mayor Dan, so we are going to show that in this video. But what we're going to show first is a blast from the past. In previous episodes, we've shown snippets and clips of this. We're going to show it in its entirety now. Stick with it. I know the camera work isn't the best, but what you're about to hear is going to blow your mind. It was during this time that Russell, because he was not mayor, actually petitioned the people of the town to unincorporate so that he could undermine the current mayor, Clea, who's specifically telling Russell's daughter, Charlene, that your father is the problem. Now, I've got to clarify this for everybody, first and foremost, because there are fools out there that don't understand this. And you're going, Jeremy, are you calling me a fool? No, I'm calling LIEnette a fool and John Crook a fool. They are fools, and they like to propagate things that are completely and totally foolish. They think that one man, Jeremy Hales, can unincorporate a town. Somehow they think they're smarter than every other mayor, every other professional, every other person that goes, hey, the smartest thing you can do is unincorporate. The only way to unincorporate the town is for the town to vote to unincorporate the town. One person, Jeremy Hales, or even a mayor, cannot do that. And if you talk to the old timers here in Otter Creek, they'll tell you the story about Russell going around and petitioning all the people of the town to try and unincorporate. He's all about unincorporation when he's not in power. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of shocked that he hasn't tried to unincorporate the town already with Madam Mayor Therese in power. Check this video out, understanding that it's Russell's daughter raising all of the concerns that I still have 10 years later, and it's the current mayor who's done tremendous things for the town, telling his daughter, your dad is the problem. And don't miss Don the Con. Again, we've shown clips of this before. We're showing it all now.
About the yard and how they look. And you know, even in the middle of town, we're supposed to be owned by the school. The grass looks like heck.
Owned by the church.
The church, the grass looks like it. These places that growed up, they look bad. People coming in.
You can't mud mud, huh? It's been mud for the whole summer.
But, I mean, the stuff that's growed up to here.
But not just there.
You know, you can understand when it's mowed, when it's like this and it's been wet. But
I
when it's
understand. See
over,
where they tried to mud a little bit right in front of the church? Go take a look at it.
it grows
Yeah, see how
fast
it
when it's
grows up.
hot and wet. But these houses that's around here, like my mom, for instance, my mom and dad's look like crap, okay? My sister and them come down here because somebody said something to them, and Kenny had a friend that said, your daddy's place looked like, so Kenny and them come down here and moved. Kenny made a circle around town. She says, why was everybody bitching about daddies? There's more places worse than daddies. You know?
They're not gonna have no success cleaning up Otter Creek. The people in Otter Creek don't tell me I've got to move my yard. I mean, look,
Well, they're doing it, Russell.
who's doing it?
So what does the ordinance say? Does the ordinance say you have to mow your yard?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not signed.
I'm not sure that.
I'm not sure if that
ordinance
makes a
is
difference, but
affecting it. You need to check the attorney on that.
It's ancient.
It's dated 1975, which I'm good with
I don't
it.
see a problem.
You know, taking, you know, like garbage sitting in front of your house, especially when you're coming through town and stuff like that, make Otter Creek look decent again.
But we don't live in Gainesville, we live in Otter Creek. You gotta know.
We can make it look like Gaines if we want to.
No,
I agree. What do we need
But
to
that
do?
wouldn't be Otter Creek.
it wouldn't be Otter Creek.
But you know, you can't,
Yeah.
just
We
like,
could look
just
like
like
the
I said
village,
the other
as
time.
Lynn said.
Just like I said before, you can't pick on one or two and not get the whole bunch of them.
Exactly.
I agree.
100% agree with you, Marie.
And I don't think we're practicing that.
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
Doug?
absolutely, I don't think we're practicing that at all.
I think it's for your agendas.
Sticky fingers.
So where are we with enforcing the ordinance?
No, it's out of date, we can't do nothing.
Can we make a new
Wait a
ordinance?
minute, ordinance gonna
Do
get
we
out
want
of
to?
date.
I think
Well,
before
you
we
just
get
said
an ordinance,
yeah,
everybody on
because
town council.
It ain't signed, is it?
Probably,
Brad, is that ordinance in
Like
the,
Ghana.
It was
current
back
ordinance?
in Poppy Hill,
Mr. Attorney,
Monroe.
is that ordinance in the current ordinance?
Yeah, it's an ordinance,
Yeah,
in the book ordinance, it is. Right here.
what people forget is, you know, it costs us to take these ordinances in and out, so.
It ain't the
they're in there,
point.
they're pretty
You
much
know,
in there, right?
here in the summertime, we're so dang dry. And all these, yeah, houses growed up and all, fire like that. Where did it come from? It ain't my yard. You know? It was bad.
So who enforces these ordinances?
Well, that one, it hasn't come up.
Okay.
Actually,
It come
as
up
far
So
as-
who's gonna
in the
enforce
past
it now?
years.
in the past 2 years.
It
five
come up
times.
twice in the past 2 years.
What?
You make all the ordinances you want, if you ain't got nobody to enforce it,
To
you just
enforce
wasting
it.
your breath.
No, I'm just asking people, could they please clean up Otter Creek a little bit?
you were asking, you was hollering
Well,
about
that's
that.
a
That's a good
voluntary
idea.
request, that's different than.
Ask people.
You know, if they can come to my mom and dad's house and look at it and say, oh, it looks bad,
Who said that? Friends of theirs?
Wait a
Maybe?
second. Didn't Lisa get a call
Anyway.
about her yard needing to be mowed and that was started the whole thing?
No. The call was not for that.
Okay.
Yes, please let Connie explain that, because it's gotten twisted.
Okay.
no, Connie, I know why it was done, but still,
Well, let her answer then, please.
Headquarters yard has always been kept up, and it hadn't been moved. Hadn't seen them in a while. I was concerned. Is everybody all right? Are you selling? Is something wrong? And I emailed her as a neighbor because she gave me her email. It was done here, so I did have Connie call a town clerk, but I did it as a neighbor. Are you guys okay? You know, nothing's been done to the yard. Are you guys all right? I said, we're having a real problem with snakes, because I was envisioning all these snakes getting in underneath that trailer and them coming home to a mess. Well, not home, because it's in their home. That's what I did. I was trying to be a neighbor. I wasn't trying to be a town clerk, and I wasn't complaining. I was thinking about them.
Well, now the subject's been brought up about the town needing to be cleaned up. So my question is, what's going to be done about it? If there's an ordinance that says the town, you're supposed to mow your yard or whatever. I mean, our town looks like ghetto. It's trashy and it's scuzzy. No one's ever going to want to move here because it looks like ghetto. So what can be done about it? If there's an ordinance, who enforces
well,
it?
like your daddy said, he ain't gonna have nobody tell him to mow his yard. So there you go.
I'll take care of my dad mowing his yard. But I want to know about the rest of the town council and what can be done about it.
An ordinance like that.
But I do wish Otter Creek.
Still don't have an answer.
It's not even the mowing, it's the trash.
In the junk and
The
everything
trash.
else.
Junk.
In addition to the mowing,
Right
but-
now, I think you ought to move on. Does it look much different than it ever has? I've been
Yes.
there 30 years.
Yes,
Yes, it does. It looks much different than it
Much
has.
different, no, it don't.
People used to mow their yards and didn't live the way they live now.
When Paul Horner was here, Otter Creek was the best place you could live in.
Still is.
But Russ laughed. Russ
So I
laughed.
still didn't get an answer about
But people cared
enforcement.
then.
Yeah.
We beat that old dead horse to death. Can we get off of it? So,
But I still don't have an answer about who enforces the town ordinance. Or just in general, not about mowing the yard. Any of the town ordinances.
here, 'cause you don't have no law.
Who enforces the town ordinance?
Ain't nobody-
So what's the point of having town ordinances if they're not gonna be enforced?
That's the same problem we had with the dogs, nobody enforced that. It didn't even pay to have it on.
Then what's the point of a town council? I mean, no offense, I'm just curious.
Well, cooperate.
What, if you're not gonna enforce ordinances, then what are you here
You want
for?
code enforcement like Gainesville or the villages?
if that cleans up our town and keeps us from getting dog bit, then I would be fine with it.
I think just make a nice little notation possibly on the water bills, like, you know, hey, it's clean up Otter Creek week or something.
Hey, don't let your dogs attack people.
Well, what we gonna have another clean up while
That's
we get the
gonna
road over
work.
yonder?
I'll try to Earth Day, but
You know, we done the whole road over yonder Earth Day.
yeah, that's what we
And
need.
never picked all the trash out of the, roads and
And I
everything
went back
else.
there and dumped all kinds of goodies on it again.
Because
It's
Ghetto.
just the dumping place for animal carcasses.
it's
and
ghetto town.
I think we're pretty cold for that, it's just everywhere like that.
Maria, at one time, remember, we had a dump, town had a dump, all the garbage hauls.
Yeah, remember? Right up there by the water plant.
And we also
No, this
tried,
is way before that.
Almost had garbage pickup at
we
one
also
point, as I
tried
recall.
garbage pickup.
No, I thought they
Something happened there.
voted that
And
down,
it
garbage
got voted
pickup.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah, nobody wanted it.
yeah.
It was a good idea.
Because I was the only person that stood up
So nobody
in the
else-
audience and said I wanted town
Okay,
garbage
yeah.
pickup.
Pay $35 a month to have the garbage picked up, it doesn't take it off down there and put it up like race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, now listen, that ain't only the people in Otter Creek that's doing that.
I know, there were people from everywhere. Stuff there.
Hunters, especially this time of the year.
Yeah.
Not to give hunters a black eye, but they probably got a lot to do with it.
Okay. We will revisit the city ordinance on upkeep of yards and see what we can do about reworking it into something enforceable.
But if there's no one to enforce it, is there a point to doing that?
What can we do?
We can do the code enforcement board, we can hire maybe county to enforce it.
We're not having
Maybe
the county.
county come in this way.
We have the volunteers in place. We would also need to hire an administrative official who would be the one to issue the code enforcement.
Hang in there. We're still going to show you the email from LIEnette. And by the way, she has yet again self-criminated herself. And we're going to show you exactly how.
Commission office has a podium, but anywho, okay, I will. So, my concerns are, and I think most of them have already been addressed, about the town looking like a ghetto, and the town council not doing anything to fix this, nor is anyone ever gonna wanna move here to improve our town, or make it where there's more people to compensate or justify this water issue, if that's the complaint with Chiefland is only the 92 residents here in Otter Creek. No one's gonna want to move here.
That was only one person.
Okay, well, one person, whatever. Second, I don't think the water, I'd like to know how much more time and money's gonna be spent on this Chiefland deal, because I don't think it's gonna happen. I think if it were, it would have already. I think it's always gonna be issues with other councils. So maybe it's time to start planning our plan B or C before any more money and time is wasted on this Chiefland deal. Is there an answer?
Yeah.
Or
You
Just
just heard
did
one
that
earlier,
earlier.
we schedule a meeting.
We're going to do the roundtable meeting with them, and at that point, it's gonna be pretty obvious. It's either gonna fly or it's not.
Okay, so is there, maybe we can start working on our plan, B, C,
D,
negative
E,
Z,
whatever.
whatever.
Keep going.
A, to get us out of trouble with DEP, and B, so that we don't have water bad. Not even just drinking it, but absorbing it into our skin,
Right, exactly.
miscarriage, cancer, whatever. Sorry, plan B. Go ahead.
Madam Mayor, yeah, I would like to address that.
Go ahead.
As I said, and just to reiterate that, I think it's time not just to revisit Plan A through W, but to look at any new options. And we are doing that, and we will do that as we work the last bit of this deal. As you said, we'll find out at the joint meeting. So there's no question that we will be doing both. And we've already started doing both. And really, in fact, we never stopped doing both. Because what we found in projects experienced over 25 years with many municipalities is that you always make sure you're investigating any option that's in the best interest of your client. And as you know, that's what we've been doing from day one. This is a very challenging project. I will be the first to admit that. But we're near the break point.
And that's great, and I truly appreciate all the work that's been done. Because our water has been bad for a really, really long time. It's not just suddenly. I'm so glad DEP has finally stepped in and said, hey, fix it, or we're gonna fix it for you, or whatever they're saying. I will contact them and find out about that. I I would love a copy. Okay, next.
Well, Charlene, the reason it's got behind is because of people getting on the computer with DEP and all this to start with.
Well, I don't think that's what got it behind, but I think
Well, I'm just saying what we was
And I
told
will
by
be
the
one of those
Water
people.
Association people.
So, next, I did look on my phone on the Vote We Do website, and it does say that qualifying for the Otter Creek Town election is September 23rd to the 27th, September 23rd to the 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and September 27th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I don't think they pulled that out of their hat, so I'd kind of like to know where they got that and what the actual qualifying dates are.
I defer to the town of Otter Creek. I don't know why it's wrong on the county.
Yeah, I don't think they just made that up though, so they would have gotten that from somewhere.
Well, you can generate a long date on your own. I mean, we have our ordinance, it's 67 days.
Well,
it's
hey,
71 days.
the ordinances obviously aren't effective or being enforced in any way, so. Next, I'd like to know when the public agendas and town council meetings are being posted. Please don't laugh. I'm sorry, if you find it amusing, then you shouldn't have public comment.
Good bit small.
Listen, I mean, so anywho, my question, when are these noticed and where are they?
2 o'clock,
Okay.
bulletin board out there, Herschel's front door, and the post office.
This past Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. Could we maybe research the sunshine law, because I believe it's 7 days for.
I happen to have it in my
Agenda
hand actually right
and-
here.
We had that before, Charlene,
Okay.
and they said as long as we have them 4 days before the meeting. We
Is
can
that
get 'em
Friday isn't 4 days.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We get them 4 days before the meeting. It's fine, cause we done that one.
Business
Not according to the
or
sunshine law.
weekends, because I'm gonna,
I'm just saying what.
wait, who told you this? Because I'd like to
It's
follow
been
up.
doing that, well, how long? 12, 14, 16 years?
Maria, it's,
Okay.
it's paying money right there.
Always.
Get him to find out something that he should know
He doesn't know.
if he's specified.
So have an answer.
Okay,
Well,
so
Well,
they change this all the time, so it's worth verifying.
I would like for it to be verified, and if it is 4 days, I'd like to know where it's
Yeah,
from.
I just said it's been that way for about 16 years.
Because I think the sunshine laws are being repeatedly and knowingly violated, and nothing that needs to be addressed.
Yes, they are.
Okay, I'm done. Anyway,
Anybody else like to comment?
Find out about that, about the.
I just have the 2013 government and the sunshine manual in my
I don't think we
hand,
were
and
done
it
yet.
says, except in the case of emergency, notice should be provided at least 7 days prior to the meeting.
That's not right.
That, according to the 2013, on the Attorney General's page.
That's not right.
Okay, then
Okay,
I would
well,
like to
then-
see what's correct. Is
Agreed.
that a public records request that I need to make, or?
Are you asking me to generate a record?
No, I'm not asking you to generate. I'm asking you
Well,
to show
If you
me.
can look up the statute, then that's what you're looking for, isn't it?
I'd like to see the statute that the town council's gone by. Where they would get their 4-day information, or what the law says.
You want to see the statute. If you have the statute, why do you need it from that?
I think that's what she's reading, and
Well,
you're
yeah.
all telling us that it's incorrect.
And if that's correct, everything you've done here tonight is illegal. You can't, this meeting never happened.
I'll
Look.
into it.
Look into it.
I think it's 72
Give me a comment.
Not according to the government and
Not
the sunshine
according to the
law
sunshine law.
on the Attorney General's
Talk to
website.
Excuse me. Oh my God, I've got better things to do.
This is the one generated
I would like
by
to
the
know-
Attorney General's
Yes.
office? You're sure?
I'm positive, I got it off the
It's
website.
not the crap from Joel Chandler.
I don't have any sort of website on here, but I can give you the link to it. I'll send it to the town hall's email,
Please do.
specifically off of the Attorney General's website.
Okay, I'd appreciate that.
Can do.
And that just kind of coincides with the public records lawsuit that's already happened. If the sunshine rules aren't being followed correctly, isn't that
Well,
opening
they
the town
change
up for
them all the
another
time,
lawsuit?
so-
I understand that, but don't you have a town attorney to follow up on those changes? Or,
When we ask him to follow up on something,
Okay.
he's not psychic.
okay. Well, I would like for them to be followed up on, and I would like an answer. I'm sorry I'm abusing you, or maybe I'm glad I'm abusing you, but I would like an answer.
You know what? I'll give council an answer. If you want me to look into it, I'll advise council to give me a comment.
You work for everybody in the town, you don't work for the council.
Fair enough.
Can we expect that answer? Or,
No,
sorry.
he works for us.
Will the town council have their answer by the next meeting?
I would imagine.
We should have. Investigate it, find out what's going on.
Ms. Clea, if you'd like, I can also highlight the specific page numbers all in the email for the reasonable notice required. And also that meeting that I attended a couple of weeks ago with going on with the city council from Chiefland, and you said it was a workshop. The workshop that we had a couple weeks ago, do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, those are also supposed to have minutes required according to this sunshine law. So I'll send you that page as well.
Well, we went to Chief, y'all went to Chief, or Chief?
No, it was here.
It was here. Can you make sure the record reflects that my comment was knowingly and repeatedly violated the sunshine law? Thank you.
Knowingly?
Knowingly and repeatedly.
Okay. Anything else?
Make my career adjourn.
You can see the Madam Mayor then is referring to Russell at multiple different times. His own daughter is against what he's about. And that's the reason why he was attempting to unincorporate. That's the only reason. Now, let's get into this email from LIEnette to our current mayor where we live now. So one of the things she brings up, and you're going to see in different screenshots what she exactly sent. She says that the current mayor is under investigation. Now, I'm going to be very clear on this. The only thing I know about the law is if there is an investigation, she's illegally speaking of it. Now, if there isn't an investigation, that should be illegal as well, that she's even bringing that up. One way or another, if there is an investigation or isn't an investigation, she's going to be held liable against the law. This fool, yet again, incriminated herself. Per the usual, LIEnette has liabilities, and she's a victim of everybody except her own poor life decisions and choices. And before she claims to be a victim of our mayor here, that is a public record. She sent that to the admin of the town, which was then given to me as a public record. That's how foolish this woman is. She literally incriminates herself in public records.